You're evaluating it? What are you evaluating for? What are you evaluating?
Evaluating the well.
The well itself, you mean?
There's not enough torque arresters on this pump line. We might want to pull this pump because it could actually be a broken hose below the pitless adapter. That thing is flopping all over down there. There's not enough torque arresters on it for sure.
So it's the pump.
Well, the pump's working, but the water could be spraying out of the hose that delivers the water from the pump to this pitless adapter. And it's just not coming vertically towards us, but it's like jetting around the sides down there 50 feet below. And the pipe is like flopping around. It looks like there weren't enough torque arresters put on it. That thing's moving all over the place. Yeah. And it's just 50 feet down or so is the water level, and the thing is like agitated the entire time it's pumping. So I'm gonna go shut the hose off and build them some pressure, get the pump to shut off.
Now, who is this guy who's talking in the green shirt? Scott, who is he? Are you able to talk, or this is like Secret Service here and private information?
No, you need to talk to Susan.
We're testing a theory that we have.
I know your theories, right?
The theory we have is that there's something with the integrity of the system for the pump.
Right.
And so,
so
right
who's
now,
testing it? Who is that
we
guy?
are WPX Energy.
And but WP.
He's one of our employees. WPX Energy.
So he's just an employee.
No, he has 30 years of experience.
In
with,
what, water
pumps
wells?
And water wells and things like that.
Is he like a local employee or something, or are you sent?
Yep.
What company does he work for?
I just told you.
What, WPX? Oh, he actually works for you.
Yeah, he's one of our employees.
What's his name?
Hello, go ahead.
So you got anything to say, Scott, or you're like have to get orders from her in order to speak? That sounds what it says.
We have nothing more to say. We're testing a theory. So
Okay.
That's what we're doing right now.
Pressure in the house right now. It's coming out the hose below the pitless adapter. If it's fractured completely, you're gonna have to fish that pump out of there. But right now, once I shut off the hose, all the pressure should be filling the tank, and the needle's still sitting on 0 with the pump running. It should build to 45 psi in about a minute. It's just not doing it.
So what does that mean?
We can't say without seeing it in front of us. Right, the pitless adapter is right on the side wall, right there. And my theory was there might be a hole having developed in it, and the water was spraying, but it's below the adapter that the problem exists. It's flopping around. The pipe that should be rigidly attached to that adapter appears not to be at this point. So somebody's going to need to come in and lift that pump out of there, I feel.
Okay, I'll check everything out.
Let me just go back to the tank now and see what kind of pressure we might have built up.
Do you have the company that did this well, Beaver? Can they come over here so you can have another person look at this, or what do you think? So they can watch what they're doing also? So it's not just their company here representing themselves. So what's your name you're doing all this?
Scott.
You're Scott?
Scott.
You're another Scott? Wow, we got a bunch of Scots here.
Scott's a good thing to be.
What's your last name?
Scott Worth.
Scott Worth. So you work for WPX?
Yes, I do.
And what's your position? Like, do you have a name or a position or?
I just work for WPX in a broad area of fields.
Yeah, do you have a card?
No, I don't.
So you don't even have a position, huh? What's his
Well, I do have a
position?
position.
Scott's a WPX employee, Vera.
Yeah, but doesn't he have a position? Don't
But it
every
doesn't
employee?
matter right now.
Sure it does.
I explained to
Why are you like secretive about information? This is United States. Did you remember what country we're in?
Why do you
America.
jump to conclusions? We know we're in America. You jump to conclusions.
I just want to remind you, America,
And I'm
USA,
trying to remind you, we're Americans too. Okay?
democracy.
But Vera, here's the thing.
Freedom.
We're testing a theory to help this family. That's
Right,
what you,
but then
that's what you come here.
Right.
And you're trying to accuse us of being secretive. We're not. We've been
I just asked. He can't even
identify.
identify himself. They all have to watch how they speak. They have to have you speak for them,
Because
and
I'm
then
the
you have to
spokesperson
enter,
for the
and you
camp.
have to intervene.
I'm the spokesperson for the company, Vera. Don't get
Susan
excited.
is our corporate communications
She's-
person.
right,
And that's
and then-
what her job is to be here right now. Is
Yeah.
to,
So then, why do you
to
act
talk
like
to
that?
you.
He can't even give his position. He can't say his. I work for the company. What kind of nonsense is that?
Because
I don't know any
Susan
other
is-
companies that
Susan
act
is
like
here
that.
To answer your questions.
Well, the question
Work
is
with
not
her.
sufficient. I listened to the answer. It's not sufficient.
Well, he's got his rights too as an American under
Yeah.
the Fifth Amendment. He doesn't have to say anything.
All right. So then I
Okay,
guess
so-
when
so
he has to
please
go to
respect-
court, when he goes to
respect
court,
his rights.
when he has to go to court, he'll have to identify himself, right? If there has to be a court case, we'll have to
Is there
identify
a-
himself.
Is that threatening? Are you
Well,
threatening?
eventually there might be a court case. You know, you might have to identify yourself then. Then see if you feel okay about that. Is that still a problem? I can't say what my position is. You know.
There, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. You know, I understand where you're coming from, and
Well, it's
and
strange to me. I don't like the.
You
I
know,
don't like the-
you know, I respect you. You know,
I don't like the behavior is strange. I mean, I'm not used to that kind of behavior.
Well, I mean, this is basically how a company operates. We have
A
a person.
company that,
we have
that's
a
not
person
really.
delegated to.
And then she
basically
can't even
speak
answer
on
the
behalf.
question. Right, but then she gives me nebulous answers.
She provided a
I don't
press
like an
release.
answer that doesn't tell me what somebody's position is. He works for the company. What is this? That's very. That's not clear.
There, you know, we love you.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know that.
Oh, I know. Well, you got to be clearer than that and speak more clear than that in this country. You know, other countries maybe you can get away with it.
We're working hard to figure out what's going on, and we're spending a lot of time to.
Well, all you got to do is isotopic testing. Find out where that methane's coming from. How about isotopic testing? Did you do that yet? Or I have to ask her.
Talk to Susan.
Yeah, right. Of course, she knows. But you're the environmental guy, right?
She's
What's your
delegated.
position?
This
What's
is
your
her
position? Can you tell me your position, or that's secret too?
No, it's not secret.
What is it?
I'm the environmental specialist for WPX.
Okay, great. Environmental specialist.
Susan is our corporate. She's our corporate communications person. You need to ask her the specific
Oh, okay.
questions.
But then I can't ask environmental specialist questions. You're the environmental, and your last name is what? Scott what?
Do I need to answer you on any question?
Of course not. You don't have to.
Well,
of
then,
course not.
well,
You're not.
then
That's
don't-
why. Even
don't
though you're
badger
here,
me. Don't
that's why
badger
you're
me.
here. But you don't have to answer anything. But it doesn't look good. Because you're a company representative. You're here for a company that says they're good neighbors. They can't even answer what their position is. You just finally revealed yours. He's still Mr. Secret.
There
All of them are
there
secret,
you know
like
who
little
I
secret
am.
agents
There
hanging around.
You know who I am. You know my position. You've dealt with me before.
And then you
I
can't
mean,
even
you-
answer an environmental question. That
You
doesn't
know
look too
who
good
I
either.
am
Anybody who
there.
has common sense, they watch this, they say, well, he can't even answer. We have to let public relations answer
You
environmental
know I
questions.
respect you. I know we respect what you do.
Yeah,
and
right.
please don't think anything degrading about what's going on.
Well, it just
Okay.
not the procedures could be improved. Believe me, you can have. And I'm trying to help you improve your public
These
relations.
are the procedures.
She's
work with
public
us.
relations. I could show her
She's
how to
talking
improve.
to the homeowner. You discuss video with.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
We want to know what's going on. We would
Exactly.
really love to know what's going
And
on.
so would we. We would like to know,
Yeah.
you know, what's happening.
Yeah.
That's why we're willing. That's why we're willing to put in the expense to pull your pump and to do that with no expense to you.
Right, but did they ask your permission to do that, or can they just do whatever they want? That's what I want to know.
Apparently, I signed a permission slip.
Which means they can do whatever they want? Is that what the permission slip is? Is that what? Can you explain it to the world? You know,
No,
So when
but-
they watch, with your public relations, right? What does that slip that she signed mean? That you can do whatever you want on the property, or what does that mean?
No, to investigate her well and what's happening with her
I know,
well.
but did you ask permission to do that?
Miss Manning and Mr. Manning gave us permission to do that,
What, today?
to investigate their well.
Is that
Test
true?
the water and
To test the water, but did you give
And
him
put up
permission
a vent.
to rip open the well and take out stuff and then do all kinds of stuff in there? Did they give you? Did you give him permission?
Mrs. Manning, we haven't done anything like that yet. What we're doing is exploring what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Through our evaluation right now, we're taking a look, and based upon the reaction of the items inside your well right now, it looks like your pump needs to be pulled and the whole structure of your well needs to be investigated. It appears to us that your well is not functioning properly. There's moving parts down there that should not be moving.
probably from 82% methane
So-
floating around in
Well,
there.
that wouldn't have anything to do
I mean,
with it.
every time that blows, it's got to disrupt things underneath the ground. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
why
lot of
don't you
force
do like
coming out.
isotopic testing? What about the isotopic
it is
testing?
being tested
So when
that way.
did you do isotopic?
Yes, we did.
So we're still waiting for those results?
Yes, we are. That
So-
was just done on Tuesday.
So before you pull anything out, why don't you wait for the isotopic to see the source of the methane?
Because we believe that that's not the issue.
Oh, that's not the issue?
We're testing a theory. And as I explained to Mrs. Manning, who's the homeowner, that right now we believe the eruption issue has to do with a malfunction or a hole or something happening inside the integrity of her water well.
Well, what do we care about the eruption issue? Right now we care about methane that's migrated into her well, plus the Hadlick's well, plus the Henry's well at this point. So that's what we're concerned about. And
We're
you
trying
need
to make sure the Manning family has water. And that's why we're putting in the water buffalo for you, Miss Manning. And that's why we're trying to look at a long-term fix also for your water well, what the situation is, so that you don't have a temporary water situation like a water buffalo. What we can do now, if you want, I mean, this is your call. We're offering the opportunity at our expense to pull your pump, to check the integrity of your water well, and if there is some structural issue or something that needs to be repaired, for us at our cost to help you as our neighbor to fix that at no cost to you. If you don't want us to do that, and all you want us to do is to put on the vent, hook up the water buffalo and walk away, then that's your call as a homeowner. But we're offering the opportunity to investigate another option, which we think is the problem, which is the structure of your well.
And I think that the structure of my well has been compromised, if anything, by the amount of methane erupting out of it.
So what do you feel, Tam?
I try to fix it. And
I
see
want to
where-
call my husband.
I think she has to
before
call-
anybody
she has to
pulls
call-
any
Oh,
pumps.
no, we weren't going to pull anything. We're just talking.
Okay, at this
Well,
point-
I thought
done.
somebody just said something about we need to pull this out.
No, we
No
were
one's
talking
pulling
about.
anything until
We
we-
didn't get your.
Because my
You're-
husband's on
you're-
lunch right now, so I would
I
like
think she
to
needs to-
actually call him.
Yeah,
be
I
great.
think she needs to consult
And-
people.
And we can talk to him about what we see and what we think needs to be done, and it's at no expense to you. And this is strictly at our expense, and
Well,
to do that
th-
investigation.
yeah.
And
I think
as
I
your
should
call
call
is-
Beavers too.
You
because
got to
this
call a
is
few
their
people,
equipment
and
that
plus your
they're-
lawyer. You got to call your lawyer,
Right, that's
plus a
fine.
bunch of people. Yeah, and then please do your isotopic testing.
Opportunity to do the checking. The landowner needs to determine if she wants us to do anything to her well. Okay, so we're on hold. If you guys want to go to lunch, that's cool. Yeah, we'll reach back. Okay, and until we get an answer on which way the landowner wants to go, or the homeowner wants.
And then wait for your isotopic testing, and come back with that. That's more important than the structure of the well. Get your priorities changed, straightened out.